This is Joy with Upswing Yoga, and I have a nice short sequence for you that I've designed for anyone who's been working at a desk all day, or really anything where you'd be sitting most of the day. So anything where you have tight hips, tight shoulders, if you're in this kind of position for long periods of time. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So today we'll be using 2 blocks, a strap, and perhaps a blanket if you need it. And we're gonna start just in a comfortable seated position. Great way to begin your practice if you've had a long, stressful day. Just go ahead and close your eyes and let's tune in for a sec. Take a deep breath, release your exhale. Feel your hips sink down towards the floor, your spine long towards the sky. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, relax the belly. Observe your gentle breath here. Then slowly open your eyes. And we'll start just by working the upper body first here. So just to get the hands and the wrists, if you've been using them a lot all day, just start by doing a simple wrist stretch here. So you're just placing fingers on fingers and then pulling backwards here. And you don't have to go too hard. Make sure you keep the fingers straight on the arm that you're working. That's going to help you feel more of that stretch. And you just want to feel that stretch kind of go through to the fingers. We're not looking to get that sensation stuck in any of the joints or in the wrist specifically, but you should feel it spread across the palm. Might even try spreading the fingers wide and then pulling back, maybe even one finger at a time. Just a little extra stretch. We'll switch to our opposite hand. So again, we're just keeping the arms straight, the fingers as straight as they can be, and you're pulling back. Best to maybe start a little more gentle and slowly increase the intensity. You don't have to go to a maximal range of motion, just where you're feeling a nice stretch, and hold it there. Then you can try spreading the fingers, and again, pulling back. And also maybe just a nice little stretch on each individual finger. Just feeling that all the way down the palm, the fingers, maybe even a lot of stretching sensation in your forearms. We'll let that go. Maybe even shake out the hands a little bit. And then a nice reverse to that is that we kind of don't do that often, as opposed to a prayer position, doing more of a reversed prayer. So you're bringing the backs of the hands together and then bringing them together down towards the chest. Now for some this might be quite difficult. You might find that the wrists don't really touch, and that's just fine. So you can keep your shoulders down and relaxed as you do this. And we're just looking, again, to feel kind of a stretch that goes towards the back of the hands. So this one can be quite different. So just kind of playing around with that. And then we'll release that. And now just bring your arms out to the side. So palms up, reach out through your fingertips. Wiggle those fingertips a little bit, and now bend the arms. Bring the middle fingertip to the tops of the shoulder blades, and you're going to start to rotate out. Just little circles here, and those circles are going to slowly get wider and slowly get wider. So we started at maybe this circles the size of a saucer, and then we're slowly getting up maybe to a dinner plate, and then really you can let it go as big as it'll go. Maybe your elbows will even touch in the front. And really think of this movement centering around the scapula or the wing blade. And then we'll slowly bring that circle back in. So we're slowly spiraling those circles back into a smaller one, and then we can reverse and do the opposite direction. So same thing, we're slowly getting bigger movement. Think of that, imagine your scapula. So the movement is originating at the scapula. Those wing blades are just rotating around and around. Big motion. And then we'll slowly get it smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you can extend the arms again, stretch out, release your arms down. And you might feel a little bit of heat in your shoulders from that. Maybe roll the shoulders back, shrug a couple times, and shake it out. Okay, and now grab your strap. So now you're going to take your strap. For some of you, you might need quite a wide distance between your arms and the strap. You can kind of test it out as you start to move into this one. But you're going to take your strap, keep your arms straight. So my elbows are straight. And as you inhale, slowly lift the strap up. Here you may need to widen your arms as you bring the arms all the way back and around. So again, inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you come back down. And if you really struggle with this one, if you feel a lot of tightness, just go wider and wider on the strap until you find that you are able to keep moving through that range of motion. Now we don't want to feel pain as we do this, no zinging or stabbing sensation. We're just looking to get some nice full range of motion and stretching through the arms. So let's go ahead and do 3 more of these. These ones are so good for opening up the chest and the shoulders. You can take them nice and slow. I kind of enjoy really savoring this movement. For me, it just feels so good, so effective. Nice to sync up with the breath. So an inhale as you raise up, and exhale as you lower down. And let's just do 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Lower down. We're going to do another exercise with the straps. You're going to keep it probably at about the same distance you had with the last one. I'm going to turn around on this one because it's a bit easier to see what's going on from the back side. So you're going to take one arm up and one arm down. Maybe, especially if you had an easy time with the last one, you'll want to do a longer length on the strap this time. So you're doing, so one arm is straight up, one arm is straight down, and then you're going to rotate, kind of like a windmill. Straight up and straight down. And you're keeping some pressure on each end of the strap, so that strap is taut as you continue to move. And then keep moving. Again, you can close your eyes. Make it nice and slow. So keep the awareness internal. Notice those wing blades, the scapula again. Really stretch up when you get to each end point here. And stretch up. And then down. And let's do 1 more in each direction on this one. And then 1 more. Nice full range of motion. All right, and then lower the strap down. Place the strap to the side. All right, so we've done quite a bit of work on the upper body. Now we're going to move to the lower body. So for this first little exercise, I like to just call this a toe sit. So if we're sitting all day, not moving very much, or wearing shoes all day, this is a great move to do. So you're on your knees. You can always pad the knees if you have some sensitivity there, but then you're gonna fold your toes underneath so that your toes are flat on the floor, bent, and then you're slowly coming back towards the heels. Now, if there's any pain in the knees here, you don't have to go back very far. And you don't have to put too much pressure on the toes. Now, for some, if you're quite sensitive with this, keep your body forward, keep the weight in your hands. You're really just going forward enough to get some sensation there and feel a stretch. However, if you feel that you can handle it, you can place your complete weight down on this, and you're just really allowing for a deep stretch here that's going to work into the toes, into the bottom of the feet. The feet, there's so many meridians that go down into the feet, different reflex points. It's always great to do a little extra care for your feet, and you'll find that that actually has an effect on your whole body. So I love working foot practices into my daily yoga. Let it go. So you'll come forward, come out slowly, especially if you put a lot of pressure on that one. You might find that that tissue feels a little bit sensitive when you come out. Now we'll continue to work the lower body. So keep your blanket handy if you need it. If you know that you have sensitive knees, take your blanket and you'll set it on the back half of your mat. And you'll want 2 blocks for this as well. We'll be doing some lunges. So you can keep your back knee padded on the blanket. And then you're gonna bring your front leg, and we'll start with the right leg forward. The left leg is back on the blanket, and I'm going to use these blocks here to create supports for my arms. And I'm going to be resting on the arms here. So we're just starting to come forward. Now you don't need to go too deep into this posture. Just depends on your range of motion here. And what we're looking for is a stretch in the front of the left thigh. So the back leg, looking for a stretch there. You want to make sure the alignment of your front leg is that your toes are pointing forward and your knee is pointing forward directly over the toes. Also the back leg and toes should point straight back. So it's almost as if your legs were on tracks here. You want to keep that alignment as you slowly start to lower the hips. You can use the arms here for support. See if you can even relax the legs completely. And you're just keeping the arms pressing down, the chest up. You want to make sure that those shoulders don't start to creep up towards your ears. You're keeping the shoulders down. Another point for alignment here is that I don't want my knee to go beyond my toes. Knee should be kind of somewhere in between, on top of the ankle and the ends of the foot. So let's just take 2 more breaths here. And a long, slow exhale. Let it go. And then push yourself up. We'll switch legs. Right leg back. Left leg forward, and you'll slowly start to come forward. Again, you want to make sure you have those nice tracking lines with the legs. So now my right leg and foot are pointing straight back behind me. My left toes and knee are pointing directly forward. And I've got my hands on the block, shoulders down, keeping the chest erect. And now my target here is to feel a deep stretch on the front of the right leg. So again, the back leg, deep stretch. And here in this posture, I especially like to think about relaxing my belly. We often hold a lot of tightness and tension in our belly. And I feel that in this posture, it's very effective to feel that relax. This posture is really good at illuminating just how much tension we can hold there. And kind of when you're able to let that release, you may notice that your hips are able to sink down in the posture quite a bit more. So let's go ahead and send the breath to the belly. Low belly breath. So deep inhale, the inhale is scooping out and creating space. And then as you exhale, you are letting go and allowing for relaxation. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more. And a slow, gentle exhale. Okay. And then we'll push up. Our next posture we're going to do is called Hero's Pose. And for this one, you might need a blanket if you have tender knees or tender ankles. So what you're going to do is start just by sitting with your feet spread just wider than the hips, and I'm sitting my hips down between my heels. Now, for some people, this is fine. For other people, it's not an option. So if you're not able to sit like this, you can bring the hips up and the hands forward. If there's pain in the knees, you're welcome to place a pad underneath the knees. You're welcome to place a pad under the ankles if there's pain in the ankles as well. You're also, if you're really feeling pain in the knees, you can also sit up on a block just to take some pressure off the knees and sit up so that you can relax in this posture. You really want to find a point where you're feeling a stretch, but also where you can relax. And our target here is to feel a stretch in the fronts of the thighs. Hopefully you're feeling that now. I'll take a few long, slow breaths here, especially for those that this is a challenging posture. Where can you find some relaxation? Close your eyes. You just let go of a little bit of tension that you might have been holding on to. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And then 1 deep, long inhale, 1 long, slow exhale. And then you can lift yourself up, remove any props if you are using them. And then we're going to flip around onto our back. And this next posture, lay down on your back. You're going to keep the knees bent. This one is called, you might have heard it called a figure 4 stretch, or thread the needle is what we call it in yin yoga. You'll be lifting let's start with your left leg up first. You're going to place your left ankle on your right knee, and that left knee just kind of rotating away from you. And you're going to reach up and grab either behind the right thigh or on top of the right shin. For those that are a little less mobile, you might even use a strap here to wrap behind your thigh and hold that way. So go ahead and get a grip. You want to make sure that your head is on the floor, or if it's not on the floor, that you're resting your head on something. So you might grab a block or a blanket if you find that your head is not on the floor. And we'll stay here. What we're looking for is a stretch on the back outside of the left thigh. And just allow your body to relax here as you hold. Really, you want the legs, the lower back, and the abdomen to relax completely. The only effort here should just be from your grip. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then slowly lower, release. We'll switch legs. So right leg down, bend up the right leg so the right ankle's on top of the left knee. You're reaching through, grab behind either the left thigh or on top of the left shin. And close your eyes if that feels good. Again, we want to relax here, so allow the feet to relax, ankles relax. Now, deep stretch on the back outside of the right thigh. Let it go. Let your head, your back, and your hips sink down towards the floor. The belly is loose and relaxed. A slow, gentle breath. Let those legs continue to relax. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Slow, long, gentle. And then one last inhale. And one last exhale. Let it go. All right, and then slowly lower your legs. Left leg down, right leg down. We'll have a little shavasana here, always a benefit at the end of any yoga practice. So the legs straight, the arms straight. Close your eyes, allow your whole body to sink down towards the floor. Relax the jaw, the shoulders, relax the belly. And slow, gentle breath. You're welcome to stay in this shavasana as long as you like. In fact, I encourage you to stay here. Nice long shavasana if you can. Once you're finished, you'll roll to your side and lift yourself up. And thank you very much for joining me in this practice today. I hope that you found this helpful, especially for those who are sitting all day or working at a desk. If you did find this helpful, leave me a comment below and let me know. If there's other types of yoga sequences you're looking for, you can leave that in the comments as well. If you'd like to learn more about me or how to work with me, please go to my website. That's www.upswingprivateyoga.com. Namaste.